Tonight, from Austin, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Mexico City Diablos and the Austin Desperados. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there. Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 24 carries, 87 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
On the pickup, 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to him on first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And that will break our tie and give him a 3-point lead.
Broncos 3, Diablos nothing.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game. And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, after that pickup of a first down, I think some of the defensive guys are going to be looking over their coordinator and saying that was not in the scouting report. That went against every tendency most teams have. You don't usually hand the ball to your big guy in that situation. Sometimes you catch them by surprise.
He'll run it. Bulldozes past him. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
It's a gain of...
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On the give, this is their fullback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
And he will score. It's a touchdown from 8 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him, because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Boston's offense ready to go again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throw left side complete. That's Webster. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Desperados 3.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
At the 43-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they try the right side here. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And to give this time to the tailback. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. The offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Good. Makes the score at Diablos 10. Desperados 3.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Made at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. They're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he spun right around one defender, but it only winds up gaining about 3, and it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this out past the 25.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Now a handoff looking right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Boston's offense ready to go again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra point.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Boston's offense ready to go again. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
At the 43-yard line.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Loss of 7 yards. And it's 4th.
Maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to our... We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the 2nd half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Now back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. 8 yards on the screen there. Not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
1st down, Mexico City.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
The quarterback keeps it on the option.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? A lot to praise on this. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Mexico City.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
Desperados 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. So with the 3 interceptions, how does he erase those from his mind and just focus on this drive?
I think he may need some help from the coaching staff. Maybe the offensive coordinator says, okay, let's do a few of the shorter throws, quick rhythm throws where the ball's out of his hand quickly into a receiver before the defense can react. Maybe not take so many shots downfield, just in case. Get your confidence back up, and then later on, you expand the targets again.
The KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid.
I love it. I love it. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
And to give this time to the tailback. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offense. make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback? And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return.
And 10.
Austin's offense ready to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now
2nd and 6. Sliding out of the pocket. And now he's going to use his legs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
He may try and run for this. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Back now in Austin. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
A give to the fullback on the dive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
1st and 10. At their own
Austin's offense ready to go again. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 7 catches for him now. This last one, a 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw again. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there. And that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get. So really, you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Austin's offense ready to go again, and you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
Brings up 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Makes the score Diablos 41, Desperados 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense. And guys
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
Desperados 10.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Austin's offense ready to go again. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
An 8-yard.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Out is Mexico City now to go on offense as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
22-yard line. A gain of 5. And a Mexico City 1st down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.